Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Learning Station. Today we are going to learn about prime and composite numbers. So what are prime numbers? The numbers which have only two factors are called prime numbers. That means they only come in two tables, and those two tables are 1 and the number itself. Like if you talk about number 2 comes only in the table of 1 and 2. If we talk about number 5, it comes only in the table of 1 and 5. If you talk about number 13, it comes only in the table of 1 and 13. So they are all prime numbers. Now let us learn how to find the prime numbers from 1 to 100. This is a number chart from 1 to 100, and the way that we are going to learn today is called sieve of Eratosthenes. So let us start. First of all, whenever you have these number charts, please make a crown over number 1, because 1 is called a unique number. It is neither prime nor composite number. Why? Because it does not come in any other table apart from 1 itself. So we do not consider it either as prime or as composite number. Now let us circle 2. 2 comes only in the table of 1 and 2. So that is why 2 becomes the prime number. Now after this, read all the numbers and put a cross over all the numbers which come in the table of 2. Like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, and so on. If you go on till 100, you would get all the even numbers which come in the table of 2, they would get crossed. So they are not prime numbers. Let's move to table of 3. 3 also comes only in the table of 1 and 3. So it is also a prime number. Now all the numbers which come in the table of 3 needs to be crossed out. For this, 6. 6 is already crossed out, so we can leave that. Move to 9, cross it out. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, and so on. Coming to the next number, 4 is already crossed out, so we will not consider that. Come to number 5. 5 only comes in the table of 1 and 5, so circle it and start cancelling all the numbers which come in the table of 5. Now this is very interesting, children. In the table of 5, all the numbers would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We already know that, right? So you would get all of them in a row. So in this column, we already have the numbers which come in the table of 5. So let's cross them, and those which have 0 at the end, cross them too. See how easy it is to cross the table of 5, right? Alright, let's move to the next number, which is 6. That is already crossed out. We do not need to consider that. Let's move to 7. 7 comes only in the table of 1 and 7. So it becomes a prime number. Now let us quickly look at the numbers which would come in the table of in the table of 7, which are 14, 21, 28, 25. Till now all of the numbers are crossed out. You would have also already crossed out 42 also. 49 is the number which will not be crossed out earlier. So we are going to do that, and going further, accordingly cross all the numbers which come in the table of 7. Similarly, just quickly have a look at all the numbers which are not crossed out till now, like 11, 13, 17, 19. check if they come in the table of some other number or not. If they do not, leave them. If they come in some other table, then keep crossing. So your table is now going to look something like this. See, 1 is gonna be our unique number. Then we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. All the numbers which are circled, they are all prime numbers. This is how we filter prime and composite numbers. Isn't it easy and interesting? So now what have we learned? 1 is a unique number. 2 is the only even prime number. If you see, all the prime numbers are odd numbers. 2 is the only even prime number, and the smallest odd composite number is 9. Alright, now what are composite numbers? I just used the term composite. So the numbers which have more than 2 factors are called composite numbers. Like we just saw, all the numbers that were crossed out, they come in the table of 1, the prime number, and the number itself at least. Right? Or they also come in some other tables also. So they are called composite numbers. Let us see some examples, which are 4, 6, 25, 63, 72, 81, 49. They are all composite numbers. Let's move ahead. The prime numbers from 1 to 100. This is the list of prime numbers from 1 to 100. If you want, you can copy that somewhere. Now there are some important terms which would be asked through questions from you. That can be, what are the consecutive prime number? Consecutive prime numbers means which come one after the other. And from 1 to 100, the only consecutive prime numbers are 2 and 3. Because they are the only numbers which come one after the other. Next important term is twin primes. Now twin primes means any 2 prime numbers which have only one composite number in between them. If you see the list, 3 and 5 are such numbers which have 4 in between them, which is a composite number. Then 5 and 7 are such numbers which have 6 between them, and 11 and 13 are such numbers which have 12 between them. So these numbers become twin primes. There's another important term which is co-primes. Now co-primes would not mean that they have only prime number in between them, or they are prime numbers. So co-primes means any number, any 2 numbers which have only one as the common factor. Again, I'm repeating, co-primes mean which have only one as the common factor. Like if you see 25 and 36, they only have one as the common factor. 9 and 19, they have only one as the common factor. Even if 9 is a composite number, but still 9 and 19, if you see, only one is the common factor. So now let us learn about prime factorization, because in your books, in school books, you might have seen a lot of questions which ask about prime factorization. So writing a number as a product of its factors is called factorization. The method of finding the prime numbers of a composite number is called prime factorization. When you write the prime numbers as the product of the factors of any number, called prime factorization. That means we are only going to use prime numbers in the answer. Let us see the very first method of prime factorization, which is loved by all the children. That is factor tree method. So in this method, we are going to make a tree kind of a model. First, write down the main number on the top. then make 2 branches and write how to multiply that. Like 9 into 2 would give us 18. So that means 9 and 2 become their branches. Now 2 is a prime number. We cannot further divide it. We already know it. But of course we can divide 9 because 9 comes in the table of 3 also. So make another 2 branches and write the factors of 9, which is 3 into 3, and that becomes our factor tree. It's not necessary that you always start with 9 into 2 or 2 into 9. You can also make 18 and you can also write it as 6 into 3. Now 3 is itself a prime number, so we will not be factorizing it more. But 6, yes, it comes in the table of 2, it comes in the table of 3. So this is another way of factor tree of 18. You can use any way that you want. There is no hard and fast rule. Make sure that at the end you would be left with 2, 3 and 3. 2, 3 and 3, which do not have any branches further. Interesting? Alright, let us learn the division method. Division method means, let us again find out about 18 only. Division method means we are going to start dividing this number by prime factors. Now please remember that this place is only for prime number. You cannot put composite numbers over here. So let us start. Let's start with 2 because this is an even number. We can start with 2. You can also start with 3 if you want. That is not a hard and fast rule, but prefer to start always with the smallest number. So 18 divided by 2 would give us 9. We will write 9 below 18. Can you further divide 9? Yes, we can. So 9 comes in the table of 3. That is, 3 things are 9. Can you further divide 3? Yes, it comes in the table of 3 itself, and 1, that's it. Once you get all the numbers and you get 1 as the final answer, which cannot be further divided, means our prime factorization is done. So the prime factorization of 18 is equal to 2 into 3 into 3. How do we check? How do we check whether our answer is right or not? Simply multiply 3 3s are 9 into 18. If you get this number 18, that means your answer is correct. I hope you are clear with all the methods that we have taught video today. So now, if you liked my video, please subscribe to my channel, The Learning Station. Ask your friends also to do the same. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, comment in the comment section, and share the video as much as you can. Thank you.